Welcome back to $2 Garage, and today we're starting another video which will be part 2 of the Focus maintenance. In the previous episode, it was discovered that going in for basic maintenance and motor mounts, that the Exxon Valdez or Gulf oil spill of 2010 ain't got nothing on this engine. So we cleaned it up and went to set motor mounts. So my motor mounts look like this. They're not supposed to do that. So I got tired of that. So I went to Damond because I got my catch cans with them and they're very good, and just ordered a full set of these very expensive mounts. I bought the street ones and they came in a few days ago. And after spending too much money on them, they're in. It's not like I need this out of the garage or anything, or motor mounts, they're supposed to do that. The transmission mount is completely broken, so that's good. Let's get this out. Yeah, it's not supposed to do that. So over the weekend, our Damond Motorsports mounts came in here. This is all for one of them. We're going to assemble it. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to line it up like this. Line up your mount here, as in the DM is facing you, and run your 15mm bolts in there. Now that this is in, just wanted to make sure. Next thing you want to do is thread these in. I'm just going to snug them up for now. Next step is you got to run your top plate in here. What you do is line this up. Push this through like that, but not too far through, just enough. And then just spin this on so it's at least on there, then you gotta torque it all down. You gotta get your mount set in here. You got 3 aluminum spacers. Your bolts down here need to be torqued to 40 foot-pounds. They're already snug. That has been torqued to 60. Let's get this installed. Torque specs are 60 foot-pounds for these 3 bolts. In order to get to your second mount, you obviously have to take out the battery tray, so you have to take out the battery and the tray, and there is a metal plate in between that which the tray attaches to, and then you finally have access to your engine mount you desire. Working on the mount here, so that's a 15mm bolt. It's sitting like that. How on earth we're going to get to that bolt shall be fun. On the other hand, take that plate off. That's right. Here, that was not fun to get off. The 15mm bolt there is quite a bit of a pain in the ass to get to. You can use a 15mm wrench, it's just going to take a while. So your best bet is either a ratcheting wrench or figuring out an elaborate series of extensions, which is pretty normal if you've worked on any modern car.
Ready?
Yes.
Alright, so we're putting on these, what's the name, company? Remember?
Cut.
So we have the Damond Motorsports torque, transmission, and engine mount. Engine transmission mount are in, they're really hard to film, so we'll just show you them finished. They came with good detail, great customer service, excellent product. Definitely advise it.
CEO personally touched out to me and made sure the delivery was all good. Everything was there.
This one we could kind of film. So I already took this bracket off of here, which is going to be kind of hard to torque back on, but you just slip this up in here. And we're just going to put the bolts in. Put a little thread locker on it.
All right, go ahead.
So they want us to install this special hardened bolt in this one spot right here. And they want everything set at 45 foot-pounds. But I don't know how you can do this. Although we do have an allocate. Maybe we can. We do have.
Go ahead.
So we put this in here. Okay. I think this is an 8 mil. This bolt here goes to 75 foot-pounds. But I really should tighten the other one up first. Okay, that's a 75. Then you change it to 50. That's not 75. That was way over. $60. 50. 50 pounds for this one. 16mm head on the bolt. 19mm head. Wow. That went on there nice and easy. And that's it. Engine should not move at all.
Now, you remember the last video. All the clips and everything is basically either gone and all these screws are rotted away. So how do we fix this? Do I get factory hardware or do I use self-tappers? That's a stupid question. We're using self-tappers. Get a look at that professional rebuild there, folks. This won't have any problems, fall out, or do any sort of sketchy things at all. Remember what I said about not being under here again? Well, here we are. So that's the leak, which it goes all the way over here and goes directly back. So it's a rear main seal. At least we know where it's coming from. So from the filter, that's fine. The drain bolt is fine. It has to be the rear main seal. To quickly fill you in, I've been daily driving the car, and it's okay. Now, if you drive it like a grandma going to church on Sunday, it only leaks about half a quart of oil every 3 days, so it's acceptable. But one thing I immediately noticed was sometimes, not all the time, when I would put it in specifically second gear, you would hear a clunk. I thought it was the torque mount because it sounded like it was the closest to me, so the torque mount. But cut to my dad because I was working.
So we have a clunking noise coming from the engine during acceleration, and it apparently, see how easy that moves? We never tightened down the engine mount.
Welcome back. It's been a little while since I put in the engine mounts. Time to talk about it. Quick update, it has been 1,500 miles since those motor mounts were installed, which is well past the break-in period of 1,000. Overall, really happy. Nothing went wrong. They were a little vibrating. They're really vibrating at first, but then as I wore them in, they seem like they're fine. Now I get this, GM center console rattle kind of noise when I'm at lights, but besides that, I don't really care, because when I'm driving in really any kind of way, the engine makes it doesn't break the motor mounts, which is exactly what I wanted. So, well worth the money. Damond Motorsports. I'll leave the link in the description below. Don't forget to leave a like, favorite, and subscribe.